Oh man, I can't believe it. The British government, and this made me very happy. The British government have changed the law, made a law, done something, which basically states that all companies across England must take on more English people instead of giving priority to foreign people. Which means that by doing this, the government has admitted two things. One, that all their government schemes that they come up with to help us get a job don't fucking work. And they've also admitted the second thing, that it's all the foreigners in this country that are stopping young English people getting jobs. Yay! The government finally admits they're wrong. They were saying that by creating this government scheme and that government scheme and this work scheme and that work scheme, they would get all unemployed young English people off the dole. Or off job seekers allowance, if you're not acquainted with the term the dole. So obviously they've just finally admitted what an utter load of bollocks that really was. So yeah, more young English people like me should start getting more jobs. Because the law as it was, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I don't really call it a law, but the situation as it was, basically meant that if an English person and a foreign person, let's say an English person and a Polish person, both applied for the same job, even if the English person had way more experience and way more qualifications than the said Polish person, the Polish person would still get a job. Because if they didn't, they could say, oh, well, they didn't take me on because I'm foreign, it's that whole racist lawsuit, and it's actually just the fact that, you just haven't got enough experience, and you haven't got the qualifications. Oh, no, it's because I'm foreign, the lawsuit, get thousands of pounds. And companies don't want that to happen, so they will take on the foreigner over the English person every time. And in the same sort of way, it's the same with disabled people, because if like a normal, everyday, healthy person, say me and someone who's got Down syndrome, we both apply for the job. If the Down syndrome person doesn't get the job, they could say, oh, you didn't take me on because I'm disabled. Then you get the whole disability discrimination lawsuit, which has lost £1,000 to that disabled person. So in both examples, it's bad to be the perfectly healthy white guy who's English. In near enough the same spectrum, it's the same with men applying for the same jobs as women. Because you've got sexual discrimination. Oh, you didn't take me on because I'm a woman. There aren't that many jobs where you can go, oh, you didn't take me on because I'm a man. Or you didn't take me on because I'm English. Or you didn't take me on because I'm not disabled. You just don't see it. And so it's people like me that are, perfectly healthy, white men, English, we don't get jobs because, everyone else is ranked above us in the job market. In a job market it goes foreigners, disabled people, women, men. Sorry, foreigners, disabled people, English women, English men. It's not the official statistics, but it's basically how it works. So the government changing this law has now stated that all these people aren't put above us, English men who are perfectly fine. Not that there's anything wrong with disabled people. I think they've got every right to have a job, just like the rest of us. But they've changed the law to say that foreigners won't be put above English people anymore. Which is going to piss off a lot of foreign companies. Because even the foreign companies in England are going to have to take on more English workers. Which is seriously going to piss them off. Because, and I'm not afraid to say it, there are a lot of companies, especially in and around Boston, who are foreign companies and will openly take on foreigners rather than English people because English people are English people. You know? It's like, we've come over to your country, but you're not having, we're not going to offer you a job. You can fuck off. So we nicked your job in the first place, and we're not even going to offer you it back. It's basically what they're saying. So this is basically going to force them to give us jobs, even though we should be entitled to a job anyway, because it's our fucking country. So changing that law has made me very happy, and it's probably made a lot of other people like me across the entire country very happy. And talking about laws and things that have been changed, they've changed the law of home security. No, I don't mean like the Ministry of Defence. I mean home security. The security of your own home. Because basically they had changed the law to state that if a burglar came into your house, stole your property, killed your people and your pets, and that is what grieves me the most. You killed my snake. No. If anyone can get that reference. Basically, if a burglar comes into your home and he steals your television, you can't do anything. You can't intercept them as they're trying to leave. You can't hit them. You can't kick them. You can't threaten them. You can't take their weapon off them if they've got one. You can't try and take your television back off them. All you can do is report it to the police. And fuck all gets done everyone. Anyway, because the legal system in this country is bollocks. That's another thing they have to change. And hopefully that'll be changed soon. But, you know, that was the law. And the only way you could stop the person nicking your stuff was if you calmly tell them to sit down in the city while you ring the police. Like, that's going to happen. But they've now changed the law back to how it used to be, and how it's meant to be, that now states if a burglar comes into my house, steals my property, kills my people and my pets, and that is what grieves me the most. You killed my snake. If a burglar comes... Sorry, I had to say it again. If a burglar comes into my house with a knife or whatever weapon they've got, you know, they might not even have a weapon, they might just break into your house somehow and decide they're going to nick my television, I can now use sufficient force to stop that person. I can punch the cunt, I can kick the cunt, I can knock him down on the floor, I can set on the bastard while I ring the police, or I can, as soon as they enter the building, I can brain them with the nearest large object, not caring whether it knocks them out or kills them or whatever. I guess killing them would be a bit extreme. You know, reasonable force, not lethal force. Reasonable force, that was the term I was thinking. I can use reasonable force, basically. So if they come in with a knife, I can punch them in the bollocks, take the knife off them, hold it up to their throat and say, right, I'm calling the police on you, you bastard. Pull my phone out, ring the police right in front of them, and be looking into their eyes as I tell the police exactly what's going on. And they can't do shit about it, because if they do, I can kick the fucker in the bollocks again. Basically, I could knock him out, I could tie him off, I could do whatever I like now. And that is how the law should be. I can't remember why they changed the law to what it was in the first place, but I'm fucking happy they changed it back. Because basically allowing people to get away with doing anything they want that's illegal is just fucking stupid. On the other hand, I believe all drugs in this country should be legalised. Now they say that people who want drugs legalised are the people that use drugs. I've never used any illegal drugs in my life. I mean, the only drugs you could say I use are caffeine, which is, it's just a cup of coffee in it. Alcohol, something like a nice can of beer or a shot of whiskey or something every now and then. And I have smoked the occasional cigar. So yeah, nicotine. Sorry, tobacco. Yeah, nicotine as well. Fuck it. But I've never like smoked weed. I've never done crack. I've never done heroin. I've never done any of that. But I want all drugs legalised, because a lot of people who take drugs only take it because it's illegal. I mean, yeah, a lot of people take it for other reasons. Like, oh, it's fun. It gets you high. It's addictive. Certain ones are very addictive, like heroin. Then you've got like the date rape drug, which is just weird. I mean, if you're going to rape someone, why drug them first? You enjoy it less. Sorry, that's terrible. Sorry. Just ignore the fact that I said that. I'm not condoning going around raping people, okay? It might have sounded like that, but no, I don't. Basically, they should legalise all drugs, and it would be a good idea. So let me know your views on all the issues I've raised in this video, and join me again for a new video quite soon. See you later.